Imagine being in a relationship for 5 years, planning a future together, and spending every weekend traveling miles just to be with the one you love. And then, 6 weeks before it was all supposed to come together, she ended it with a text. No real explanation, just a goodbye. And that was just the beginning. I thought I had it all figured out. We had been together for years, making long-distance work while she pursued her second degree in a different city. I'd taken a job in the city she always said she wanted to settle in, a place where we could raise a family. Weekends were a blur of travel, planning, and making memories, and despite the miles, we had dreams and a future mapped out. We even had a plan. After she graduated, she'd accepted a job in my city, and I was in the process of buying a house where she'd move in with me. Then, it was like a light switch. 6 weeks before the big move, I traveled to see her, excited about our weekend plans. But when I got there, she was distant, treating me like I was a stranger. She acted cold, like I was just in the way. I thought maybe she was stressed, so I tried to brush it off. But days later, on the eve of what would have been our 5th anniversary, she broke up with me, by text. She'd canceled her job offer and accepted one in her city, and it was just over. It was a punch to the gut. I was left in shock, desperate for some clarity. I asked her to talk face to face, to at least explain what went wrong. She agreed to meet but kept pushing it off, only giving me one short phone call. She insisted there was no one else and tried to flip the blame onto me, claiming she'd begged me to move to her city. But right up until 2 weeks before the breakup, she'd been sending me listings for apartments and houses in my city. As I waited for her to follow through on our meeting, I started to see things I couldn't ignore. I noticed her posts being liked by a guy I'd never heard of. His whole family, actually, was all over her social media. Suddenly, it felt like the pieces were falling into place. When I subtly confronted her, asking if there was more to the story, she just ghosted me. Months went by, no contact. Then, she started showing up in posts with him. Friends and family pointed it out, and I finally called her out. She denied everything, saying she'd never lied or cheated. But when I pressed, she admitted she'd met him, had feelings for him, and was talking to him while we were still together. Minutes later, she plastered him all over her social media, openly declaring how happy she was, and telling me I should be happy for her too. She thinks she did nothing wrong. But to me, the lying, the cheating, and the cowardly way she ended things over text, it showed her true colors. And even though I know now I'm better off without her, it doesn't change the hurt, that feeling of being blindsided, of being replaced. One minute, we were on the brink of our future. The next, I was just a memory.